My minions are very humble.
But I have very nimble fingers.
Bitches that don't like hot talk, you need to queue in a line automatically and systematically get murdered and extorted.
And Peruvian jam conserve should be on my toast, but it's not, and I blame ya? Oh boy, oh yes I do.
Blame me all you want, but it wasn't me who laid off all the customs workers, so nothing will be coming into this country, and for sure nothing will be leaving this country. You didn't fucking think this one through, did ya? You cunting slut.
Boy oh boy. What are you doing to Met? Worse? What are you saying, Tommy? I don't know or understand what you have planned for me, but I really don't think I like what you have planned for me anytime soon, and I don't know when to expect it, so how am I supposed to anticipate it? I feel like a slut before the slaughter, but never knowing when the slaughter will come.
Now you know how I felt when you'd go out every night and I'd never know if you'd make it home alive or not.
But I thought you always wanted me to show up dead.
I did. That's why I was worried and stressed that you'd come home and your body would be intact and you wouldn't be missing items of clothing and you'd be easily identifiable.
Identify me? Tell my dentist to verify me? So terrify me? I swear to God that you won't be able to identify me.
They'd be able to identify you wherever you go with your different outfits and innings and anal winnings. We'd all know what you look like because you have that kind of face that makes people wanna burn you at the stake for being a sneaky old witch.
I like witches? Sandwiches.
Which fucking way do I turn when the crowd is gone? Who can I call to when my cunt goes home? Where do the garden gnomes live, and where is Silvery Rhino on a night like this?
Up in the back of our secret garden where the water ponds are deep enough to drown your best friend.
Is there something you need to get off your ever-enlarging chest?
Something happened.
Like what?
When you were a very young little parasite growing and feeding inside of me, I had an almighty fight with one of my best friends at the time, and I brought her back to the secret garden to show her that I wanted to reconcile, and because she had never been back there before and had only ever heard wicked wanking stories about the place, I thought it would be good to teach her not to listen to idle gossip, as it's what caused our terrific fight that week earlier. But when she wouldn't let it go, she tripped over the naughty weeds that were twisting and turning and doing crazy shit in the garden. Something tells me they were all a bit jealous of the snakes, so they started to mimic the mannerisms of a snake, and they slithered all around her and knocked her into the pond. But when she fell and she hit her head off the side of the rock surrounding it and fell unconscious and started to drown in the pond, and I got scared and ran for help. But by the time she had fallen into a coma, the medical practitioners had shut up shop to suck some cock, and my good old friend's life was draining right before my very eyes. So I did what any friend would have done, and I bashed her head off the side of the rocks some more and tied them onto her legs, and she sank to the bottom of the pond. And every now and then I go back to that place to think of all the things that could have been. To think of all that God influence she could have been over me while I was pregnant with you, and to just think she could have made me a great mother. But she had to go. I am a great mother, and I don't need sluts telling me otherwise.
I have never seen you to talk so much. You must have needed to talk about that for years and years and years.
And years? Of course I did. That's why I go out and drink and party all the time and cause a lot of fights and murder a lot of ugly bitches.
Funny this? But I have a friend in the polices, and they are outside the studio waiting for you so they can arrest you and torture you.
Torture me? With what? Lady Gaga music?
Not telling, cause that would be telling, and I don't like telling you shit.
How about I cut off your little willy?
Come on then. It will just make your legal situation even worse.
This is the end.
The third degree, hee. Please celebrate my death. Please take my corpse and fuck it in the local pond. I am terrible. A local dead man was heard demanding the local medium, and when shit got a bit out of hand, the police were called to the residence of Mommy, and they arrested her for letting a medium dig up a dead man's corpse and fucking him in the pond where he belonged. Unfortunately, I felt a bit sad for Mommy and killed the police officer, and that's how me wearing this suit came about.
It's been a crazy weekend, hasn't it?
Not as crazy as the weekend you exorcised all the demons from your pussy.
That pussy went on to do great and wonderful things.
Like what? Being served in Brenda Mingley's upper-class Chinese restaurant.
Yes? That? Precisely?
You know that when the crowd is gone and the people are tolling the till, that Brenda Mingley laughs her skinny bitch ass at you all the time because she continuously cons you out of money by pretending to be your friend again.
Well, I think it's time that we pay this bitch a visit. Wear this outfit when we go over there, it will scare her shitless and I'll just whip out my trusty chainsaw and sharpen it. Later bitches.